stunning catch. Republic Bank classic catch if I've ever seen one.
This is a spectacular catch.
Moods, you ripper.
That's another familiar voice. What about that, Tom?
Yeah, well, I might have been out of my seat there, a bit like what Glenn Phillips was. He certainly was out of his seat. Oh, look, that's just an example of a great athlete in action. Forget about the cricketer, forget about the wicketkeeper. That is elite sportsman doing his thing, and that is explosive power, wonderful, hand-eye coordination, reflexes, nothing else, to be able to capture that particular ball. That was flying off the edge, very, very high to the right. You've got to have your timing absolutely right to get that pouched into that right glove. And Phillips, on occasion, just did everything perfect. And we're seeing Glenn Phillips slowly, developing and becoming a name around the world in T20 cricket. Not only as a useful wicketkeeper, but probably more so as a dynamic batsman. He's a very, very dangerous batsman, and we've seen him in the Caribbean Premier League take down some attacks and be quite brutal. And he's commanding quite a regular spot in that New Zealand side. So wonderful to see that memory, because it's another example of how keeping can have a real impact in a contest. If you can do something quite special behind the stumps, it can be a match-changing moment, and that was one of those.
Right. Can we have that up again just to relive that before we move on to the next one? How do you practice for that, Tom? How do you practice for that, Danny?
How do you practice for what? For the catch?
Yeah.
Look at the keepers do a lot of diving practice. And the key to diving is good footwork. And so a lot of keepers will do a lot of footwork drills to make sure they're in a strong position to be able to launch like that and dive. If you don't have a strong base, you're not going to be able to dive with any sort of power or explosive capability like that. If you're off balance, you're not getting off the ground very high, and that's going for 4 runs. So they do a lot of footwork drills, a lot of diving drills, so they get their technique right. And obviously keepers, every training session, they're catching thousands of balls just to make sure their glove work is in sync and they've got that timing.
Yeah, that was at Warner too, wasn't it? It was Warner Park too, and you think it's a very short ground and balls flying all the time like that. The other thing, we've just seen Jacques Callison talk about all-rounders, and Moods will know for a fact too, with his coaching hat on, wicketkeepers get a little bit frustrated and infuriated that they're not included as all-rounders, and they rightly are. They are all-rounders, particularly like a Phillips. They open the batting, and they're a keeper, and as Moods rightly pointed out, an inspirational catch, a key moment in the game, a key wicket, and that's what you bring to the table. They do. Awesome.
Right. Have you taken catches like this, Danny?
Well, I did, and the alarm went off. It was a lovely dream the other night.
Right. I think we would need a trampoline. People like us would need a trampoline to jump that high. And those of you who have come in and are commenting about these moments being in packs, these are in the pack. So you can go to the website right now. There is one pack that is, I think, it'll very soon run out. You can purchase that pack, and hopefully this moment, this catch or one of the early one comes in one of your packs. Right. So let's move on.